welcome to this week's video update. This is episode 25 now. My name's Scott, and I'll be taking you through the market movements over the last week, the changes we've seen, and what to look for ahead in terms of fundamentals changing market prices. So we'll start with the gas market, and for a few weeks now, we have seen the gas market continue to downtrend. So last week we have seen just shy of 10% losses really, anywhere between 12 and 36 month periods. All of them are down. Moving on to power, losses are actually greater on power, so that is a difference from the previous weeks where the power market has been a bit more resistant, but certainly last week it has given way much more in terms of prices there. Again, it's been on a downtrend for a couple of weeks now at least. So what happened last week? We have a few things to discuss. So firstly, all month really, the day ahead market has been heavily discounted over mild weather. So October as a whole month has been very mild, hardly any cold spells at all during it. And the forecast for the start of November at least is continuing to be mild. So this has led to the day ahead market, which probably is affected the most by this near-term fundamental, being heavily discounted. And what we're seeing now is the kind of near curve, those front months, start to sell off quite a bit more as we near the delivery date of November. So that is weighing down prices. Next, EU gas storage is nearing its maxed out capacity. So as a whole, the EU is sitting on 93% as an average, but the likes of France and Germany are much more closer to that 100%. So France is on 99% and Germany 97%. There's every chance they could reach max capacity heading into November because the weather is so mild right now, not just in the UK, but in Europe as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then lastly, last week we saw quite a volatile period in currency exchanges. So the pound has strengthened for a couple of main reasons really. So political landscape is a fast moving landscape in the UK. Last week we had quite a lot happen, so Liz Truss has stepped aside and resigned. Rishi Sunak has been appointed as the new Prime Minister. Both of these instances strengthened the pound against the dollar. The reason I mention this is because many energy commodities are traded in US dollars only. So a strengthening pound is going to help our purchasing power when purchasing the likes of oil and coal on global markets. In terms of things to look for this week, there's a few things I've picked out. So EU energy ministers are resuming the discussion on gas caps. So this is proving to be a little bit of a difficult topic, how they're going to implement it. There is some suggestion that we may more likely implement a process which Portugal and Spain currently do, which is to kind of limit the cap only on gas used for power generation. So that might be a solution. But I believe most EU members want a broad cap on gas prices ideally. But there are obviously some difficulties implementing that. Next is, will the French nuclear outage be short-lived? So we've seen French nuclear output be kind of curtailed for two main reasons. One was strike action, which was kind of last week, but this week they are suffering from outages as well. What this does mean is that kind of forecast of those nuclear plants restarting over this winter period might be pushed back a bit, potentially, depending how long the outage is. So that's something the market is watching out for and could potentially be bullish on prices if that outage is going to be extended in any way. And then, as I touched on in the previous slide, in the next couple of weeks we should find out if both France or Germany can reach max capacity. More likely France, with it sitting on 99%, but with the mild weather continuing, there's every chance we'll see one or either both of these nations hit 100% gas capacity heading into November, which is obviously excellent. It could not be better in terms of preparation for this winter. So that's a very quick summary of prices today. If you do need any further information, we have our Market Watch Live, which are available 10 to 12, Monday to Friday. And we have our website as well, which has daily and monthly market content. We've actually just updated the daily market report as well, so that's been revamped. So regular readers of that will hopefully be impressed with the new kind of format we've built. But yeah, any feedback on that report, please feel free to give us that, and we'll be keen to kind of take that on board. Yeah, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. I will see you again next Tuesday for another market update. Thank you and take care.